What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the garage. Welcome to What the Heck Were You Thinking Wednesday. So I thought we'd run through some of the customs that are still hanging around that I haven't gone back to just for no reason other than I want to move on. That's like my rule, is like if it doesn't turn out, move on, do something else, come back to it later. So there's a couple of things here, like this Cybertruck. Has a nice fade, but when you go to it and look, there's like some puddling right there. Definitely you can see that puddling right there, because I got in a hurry, which is where most of my problems start, is I get in a hurry. And yeah, my fault. Here's another one. Got the primer front end, like it's been wrecked. You know, the guy took it out, got it finished, took it out, wrecked the front end. Yeah, same kind of thing, man. I was trying to screw it together. Clear coat felt dry. It wasn't. Ended up with huge t-shirt prints all up in the clear coat. So I said, you know what, I'm done. I just went ahead and put some gray primer on it and moved on. And yeah, so it's been sitting here like this for months now. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so hey guys, when things go wrong, and I'm gonna show you my mistakes, you know, but see, there's a lot of puddling down here too, because I went too heavy. I went too heavy on it. So this is what happens, man. Give everything time to dry. Sorry about the damn autofocus, man. Pissing me off today. Sorry, I said pissing me off, but I'm mad. So yeah, take your time. Take your time. I know you want to get through it. I know you want to show it off to your friends, but when you rush things, you get things like this. I messed up twice on this. Got the puddling on one side. I got t-shirt material imprint where I was screwing it back together because it felt dry to the touch, was not dry underneath. So give your clear coat time to dry, because then you end up with something like this, you know. But that's okay, because it's still here. I mean, I haven't done anything with it. It's still here. There's this beauty right here, right? Looks good, nice color shift. Until you see that on the bottom right there. Definitely puddled up. Look at that. And y'all, I have tried wet sanding. I am not good at wet sanding. See that? Even flat blacked out the chrome on there, and the interior too, and the bed. And should have been a nice car, but I rushed it. Take your time, y'all. You want to do this thing. You want to make something look better than what it did. Don't rush it, because it's gonna look worse than it did before. It should have just left it freaking blue with the white stripes on there. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. This one had a nice gold to orange like fade. Messed up. I messed up. Guess what happened? I clear coated too soon, didn't let the paint underneath dry, and it bubbled up. You can sit there and just like touch it and the paint would just come off. Yeah, so I made it as ugly as I could. I put mismatched wheels. Yeah, so it's like my rat rod, you know, 240, 280. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm not stripping it again. I've already stripped it 2-3 times, you know. So yeah, just kind of rat rotted it out like a junkyard find. Put a clear coat on there to. It's horrible, man. This thing is absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. But I'm not stripping it again, y'all. I did too much time and effort into this one. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it the way it is. At least I didn't drill and tap this one. I should have. That's been here for a while. That tells you how long that's been here. Couple other ones. This one, right? Nice color, right? Oh my gosh, nice color. But I rushed it. You see there's like some black paint striping on there. Didn't detail out the back end like I should have. This is actually the second time I painted it this color. First time, same thing. Clear coat felt dry, put it in my shirt so I could drill it back together. Put a big old thumbprint on one side. So I had to re-strip it and repaint it and re-clear coat. Yeah, y'all, I do a lot of this. There's a lot of things that you don't see that I go through like every day. It's like daily. I get in a hurry. I want to move on. I want to get this thing done. I want to take pictures of it. I want to move on, get another car in the stripper, get another car painted, you know. Take your time. Take your time, especially if you're in Texas, man. Like right now, I'm sweating bullets. I got 3 fans going in the garage. I got the evaporative cooler going over there, and it is still hot as hell. Humidity is horrible, and that makes your clear coat dry even longer. This is what you would call one of these bar girls, right? Good from far, but far from good. And depending on how you're looking at it, she may look good right now, but in the morning she is not gonna look good. I'm just saying. Not that I've been there from personal experience. I'm just letting you know that's what I've heard. Here's another one. This is an old casting too. This is one of those 2 for $1 finds. DeLoreans. I said, oh, I'll just detail up the lights in the back. Yeah, I screwed that all up to hell. Look at that. Look at that. Perfectly good DeLorean, and I screwed it up. Front end doesn't look bad, but when you get to the back lights, I have messed up those back lights, y'all. And I could probably take that out, but I figure if I'm going to do that, I just need to do it right. Just strip it down, start from scratch. This is one of my favorite cars, man. I have 2 of these. These are like old 2 for $1. I don't think they have a name, y'all. See, it just says, oh, it's a Z toy. There you go. See that big old Z? Z toy, made in Hong Kong, man. Old as me. Well, not as old as me, but pretty damn old. Anyway, y'all. Yeah, so if you make a mistake, set it off to the side, okay? Set it off to the side, come back to it later. Maybe later I'll just take a little fingernail polish, get that alcohol pen, paint pen off of there and start over, or just strip it and start from scratch, because I'm not a real big fan of the white interior. I think it'd look good, you know, base metal maybe with like a tan or a black interior. That's where I would go. Nice wheel swap. So yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, man. If you make a mistake, that's okay. Just feel free to start over. Here's one that I absolutely hate. I don't like this casting. It's the Nissan R390 GTI or GT1. Wasn't happy with the color. I don't like this body style, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't like this body style. And I googled it. I still don't like this body style, man. It needs a wing. It needs a fin. If it had a fin, I would be in. And I could probably add a wing to the back of it, but I mean, this is what Hot Wheels gave us, and y'all may like that paint job. I like the paint job, but this car is just lacking. It needs something extra. You know, I swapped out the wheels with some blue, you know, mismatched blue ones, which make it look better. Yeah, hey, yeah, it's not what it needs to be. That's all I gotta say. It's not what it needs to be, okay? It's not. So, but as a custom, it's not bad, y'all. It is not bad. The paint job turned out right. Detailing's okay. But yeah, not where it should be. But I don't want to strip it. I spent a lot of time and effort in there. I made this. It's my take on like a 40s Joker car. Yeah, you can see the eggshelling on that clear coat. I rushed the paint job on the paint pins, and it smeared when I hit it with a clear coat. It just ran everywhere. But yeah, I mean, as a concept, it works. It was the execution and the rushing that didn't work. So we may revisit this one again. We may revisit this one and make it better. But yeah, you can see that eggshell on that clear coat. Clear coat was not working that day. I don't remember if it was winter time or late last summer, but it did not work out. So, but it's still around. You see it's still around. Here's another one. Nissan Skyline. The fade does not look bad, but you can see all the spatters of red. That can was at the end of life, and it should have been beautiful golden. It should have been nice fade to the back and the red, but that paint just kept sputtering. So I got little dots. I got little dots all up in there that shouldn't be there, you know. And that's just me trying to get the most money I can, the most use out of the can that I paid money for. So again, me being cheap and just trying to push where I shouldn't have been pushing. You know, should have cracked up with a new can and been done with it, but I didn't. But again, nice wheel swap, not a bad thing. Good from far, but far from good. So she's still here. She's still looking good. I did the same thing at the same time I did this Roger Dodger. Call it my little Demon Slayer car. Got the skull wheels on there. Yeah, I like it, but again, it's not perfect, y'all. Again, the red paint was splattering. I did them both at the same time. I should have just switched to a new can and just thrown that old one away, but I didn't. You know, it is what it is. I love the Roger Dodger, one of my favorite castings of all time. So if y'all find a Roger Dodger at a flea market, a garage sale, just beat up, tore up, y'all, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it, because just love this Challenger body style, man. It's just fantastic. Fantastic. I like that it has the bigger wheels in the front for the higher rate. One of my favorite cars to collect. And I bought a ton of these Magic 8-Ball ones from Nostalgic. Oh god, look at this. Look at this Porsche. That thing is hideous. It looks like a glitter bomb exploded all over it. Blue wheels is horrible. It looks like a Quaalude. Y'all probably not old enough to know what that is, but look it up. I'm a child of the 70s. Quaaludes were everywhere, and pretty sure that's the color of the pill casing right there. But again, it's like the paint job, it's not what I wanted, but it's what it turned out to be. It was supposed to be a red to blue to purple, and I hit it with the color shift paint on top, turned the red to pink. But I like it enough that I haven't stripped it again, you know. I could, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I put a lot of time and effort in this one, so it stays the same it is. You know, it is what it is. This one. It's like, what the heck, Wednesday? Why would you make a donk, Charles? Why would you make a donk? Because I could. I wanted to. But I used that little metal cutting wheel to cut the channels deeper so I could put those fatter tires underneath there, those taller, skinnier tires. But yeah, I didn't cut it right. So the wheels are off center. One wheel doesn't even touch the ground. It doesn't really want to roll. You can see that back wheel rolls, front wheel doesn't, because it's off the ground. It is what it is, you know. But I wanted to do one, and now I know how to do one. I'm going to do more if someone requests one. I just thought it was something fun. I've had this casting for a while. I said, man, let's do this. Let's do something that you haven't seen before. And I like it. I like it a lot. So it stays in the collection. It's not getting repainted. I mean, that's a classic color. This one of my first rusting and dusting efforts. Dawson 210 Bluebird wagon. It doesn't look good. but it doesn't look bad. Will swapped it out, rusted and dusted right over that decals that were sweet. Again, it's not bad, but it's not good. I like how the front end turned out. That's probably the best looking part of it, is that front end. But oh, and there is this. Let's see if we can get this thing to focus. There's a hole right there because yeah, good old Chuck at the garage decided that he didn't need to put any oil on that rivet to drill through it, and it hung and it broke. Half went into his finger, the other half went through the car. Surprise! yeah, that was a surprise that day. So, but yeah, it is what it is. But again, I'm showing you my mistakes, showing you things that didn't work, that somewhat worked, you know, just to tell you, don't be discouraged, okay? These things happen. These things happen. Yeah, you can be at the top of your game and have a bad day. You can be just beginning to get good and have a bad day. We all have bad days. So don't let a bad day discourage you, because as you can see, all this stuff that I'm showing you that is not perfect, all these what the heck happened, you know, all these things, they're still around, and they're still the same shape that they were when I decided, hey, I'm going to put it all to the side for now, I'll fix it later. And that's where you should be in your mindset. Things don't have to work out right. I'm talking to guys on IG, airbrushing, rattle cans, you know, just like Mr. Pete did for me. I'm giving the advice of the stuff that I messed up on, to say, hey, tomorrow's another day. All right, tomorrow's another day, and move on, do something different. When it turns out right, go back and revisit these old projects. All right, so all these customs, they're not the best, right? They're not the worst either. They're not the worst. Your game is your game, right? Your skill is your skill. So no matter where you're at, I'm still learning how to do rusting and dusting. Going way too heavy on this, but I like it. That's why it's not restripped. That's why it's still sitting around, even with the hole in the hood, because it is what it is. I made a mistake. I went too heavy on learning the process, and hey, it's still around. If I ever decide when I get better to redo it, I'll redo it. But for right now, I'm keeping her the way she is. Which brings me to, we got to the last two cars, y'all. It's not gonna be a very long video. Trying not to make it long. This Nissan did a nice paint job on there, but in all honesty, to me, when I put it all back together, it's like, it's not right. Should have flat blacked out the base, which I might still do. You know, I want to say I detailed up the interior. Yeah, I did. You can see some details inside there. But it's not a bad looking car, but it's not what I was expecting. But I kept it, y'all. I kept it. And you know what? There's people that like it. So it may go to a new home pretty soon. I don't know. I'm not gonna restrip it. I spent a lot of time getting it to this point, so it is what it is. And if you watched last night's video where I did the wheel swap with the Goodyear tires on the same car, after I did it, I took out the rusting and dusting little compact and just made this car look like I thought that if it had been a 24-hour race or whatever, all the grime from the exhaust and everything else would be on there. And so yeah, I like it. I like the wheel swap. I like the dusting effects, and I'm probably going to keep it exactly the way it is. I might take out that base and flat black it just for you know, grins and giggles. But yeah, sometimes you have happy mistakes, and I've talked about that before in my videos. Happy mistakes. And as dirty and grimy as this one is, if you were in a hard race, this is what your car would look like at the end of the day. It's not going to be picture perfect, It's not going to be clean. It's going to be rode hard and put away wet. So I'm happy with this. Not happy with the base, but I may change that. I may get off this video and go change that right now. Who knows? But if you make a mistake, and we're all going to make mistakes, let's say it. Whether you're airbrushing, rattle can like I do, mistakes going to happen. Time and temperature happen. I mean, there are so many factors. You get in a hurry to do something and you didn't let the base coat dry before you clear coated it and it wrinkled on you. That's happened. Dude, that's happened so many times. So what I've done before is like take a little sandpaper, fine grit, wipe off those wrinkles, throw on some decals, clear coat it, and now it's a race-worn race car. You know what I'm saying? Always find the good in everything that you're doing, because this is your craft. This is your hobby. So don't get discouraged. Keep going. Keep moving forward. Just keep being you. Keep trying to show the world, hey, this is what I love, and this is what I want to do. So yeah, y'all, don't be discouraged. Don't give up. Airbrush doesn't turn out right the first time. That's fine, y'all. Not everybody is a perfect guy. I'm sure you can talk to anybody that airbrushes, Mr. P, Old Man Diecast, he'll show you his mistakes in his videos. Watch his videos. Go over there, like and subscribe. I mean, absolutely fantastic guy, wealth of knowledge. I consider him my mentor, because when I first got on Instagram, we started talking. We still talk weekly, and he's giving me so much information on what I need to do. And so yeah, y'all, and at some point in your life you're going to be at that point that some things work out, some things don't. Maybe you like one style one week, maybe the next week you don't. I go through phases. Right now I'm in my green and blue. You can kind of see that up there. You can kind of see those things. Things change. Your tastes change. Your brain keeps saying, let's see what we can do next. Let's see what we can do next. And that's where the experimenting comes in, and mistakes happen. Happy accidents happen. But you will never know unless you try. So if you've been wanting to get into like customizing, y'all, just know that mistakes will happen, but don't let it set you back and discourage you. Keep moving forward. Always move forward. Always. So that being said, thank y'all for stopping by the garage. I absolutely love it when you stop by the garage. I love talking to y'all. I love the comments in there. Please give a like up, likes, and if you want to sub up, please. I like having y'all stop by. So until the next time at the garage, be safe, be well, and be kind. Always be kind. Until the next time at the garage, I'll see you later, grease monkeys. I just love saying that.